Hey, welcome to our reading for Wednesday, the 21st of December, 2016. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave, preparing for that wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the playlist, check out the music, enjoy the music, see if there's something that resonates for you and bring some more depth into the reading, in the lyrics, in the tunes, in the videos. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys, and I'll see you in a moment for the reading. Hi, welcome to our reading for Wednesday, the 21st of December, 2016. I'm pretty excited about this reading because I have a surprise. I went to the store and I came home with 3 new decks of cards. So it's going to be a pretty raw reading. They're all new. So I'll probably use the Oracle of Visions by Cedar Machete at the end. But I now also have for us Cedar Machete's Tarot of Dreams and the Daily Guidance from Your Angels Oracle Cards by Doreen Virtue, and the Guardian Angel Tarot Cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I'm pretty excited about this. So I like to keep things fresh, change things up. So let's start the reading. Let's start with the Oracle of Tarot of Dreams by Cedar Machete. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Let's get clarity and focus into the energies coming on through for Wednesday, the 21st. And wisdom to ride these energies best for all of us. All right, let's start with one card and get a nice focus point on the energies coming on through the 21st of December 2016. Let's begin with one card. I think it's that one. And that's the Page of Wands. So this was one of the first jumpers yesterday. So perhaps the same energies coming on through, something quick, something that changes direction, something that fuels up your engine, fuels up the fire, gets your spiritual energy moving to do something about this, to do something about something. Or somebody's coming to you with news and it's going to make you move. Or you hear something or think of something or know something or feel something and move. And then let's see what else happens. This is a page. So it could be Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, younger energy, or somebody new in the environment we're speaking about. So younger doesn't always necessarily mean they're youngins. You know, it could be that they're just young there, here, where you are. This could be you, young in a certain situation. Like if you're in a new job, you could be the page. You're still learning the workings of the place and, you know, what to do and how your flow is going to get going and how you can put yourself in the driver's seat of your new environment. But you'll learn and you'll make it to the night. You'll learn how to start moving with the flow and moving around your environment and making it work, even if your environment is a relationship. You know, you learn how to make it work. So you're feeling young in a relationship, or this is somebody who feels this way around you. But there's passion here. This person wants to go on an adventure. They've been reading about like adventure stories for a long time, and now they get to go. Maybe first the information has to come through. First the connection has to be made. First you have to, I hear, sign up for something. Or maybe that's like a class or school or a new job, or I feel like it's something different. It's an adventure. It's something exciting that you don't know everything about yet, but you're probably naturally attracted to. For some reason, there's something naturally attracting, like a magnet to this situation, to this person, to this relationship. Or you're going to feel some kind of magnetic pull after this information comes in. If it's just a page meaning information, you know, something coming through on paper, in a message, through text, a conversation. It could be just inspiration, lyrics in a song. That was your inspiration. That was your art piece. That was your title. That was your connection. That was your whatever. Whatever it is, but it's fueling something in you to get you to move, to get you to pursue, to get you into something, to get you to expand somewhere. Even if that expansion's in your head, in your mind, you know, expanding the way you see something, not having blinders on. This isn't the page of swords that sees only one thing. He or she is into knowing more. Into knowing what they didn't know before. That's cool. I didn't know that. What else? What else? Because I always thought this. Because I always suspected this. Because I always imagined this. You know, their box is always bigger than what they expect anyway. So there's adventure all around. I hope that made sense. I'm just getting adventure. Maybe games, something with games. Maybe you do sports, or like, I'm getting video games again, or board games, maybe strategy, maybe, that made me think of like a store, floor for some reason. Like maybe you do something with like homes, or redoing homes, or even real estate, and or like, yeah, I'm getting some, maybe you do something with like floors on homes, or brick, or tiles, backsplashes, something like that. When I see that as a backsplash too. Perhaps something in the bathroom. It just made me think of something really weird. One of my really weird pet peeves is subway tiles that go upright. I think it looks weird for some reason. They should be long, and I feel like they look strange when they're upright. So maybe it has to do with a pet peeve and like expanding how you see something, or maybe you see something that somebody didn't even think about, and you see a bigger thing of why that's bothersome, or why it shouldn't be done that way when it was just not thought about before. This person sees something a different way than the usual. Everyone probably walks by something all the time. And this is the youngster, or that young energy that goes in and can read the hieroglyphs, you know, on like the Rosetta Stone. That naturally, it's weird. I would think that I'm getting swords energy a little bit. Like I'm getting natural with languages. So like a natural gift to learn a language, something like that. Like it wasn't really that hard. You just sort of pick it up. Or maybe you have a family where you spoke one language in your home, but you grew up in a different country. So you went to school speaking English or a different language, vice versa, with something else. Or you tend to just pick things up. It doesn't have to be a language. It could be codes, or like rules. Like I'm getting a game. Like you pick something up. Like even if you're thrown into like a soccer game, you're kind of good at it. They throw you in a basketball game, you're kind of good at it. Maybe that's your kids. Like they're just kind of like the star player, or kind of natural at everything. Or They know where their natural flair is and they go for that shit. They don't bother with the strategy of everyone else. They go with their own like strategy, their own rules on their game kind of thing is what I'm getting. So let's get another card. Let's go to the daily guidance from your Angels Oracle cards and get clarity on this Page of Wands. Possibly you, possibly somebody else, possibly the information, possibly the wisdom and advice. You know, it could be for you to find that thing that fuels your fire, your spiritual fire, your desire, your drive to do something, to pursue something, to figure something out, to go somewhere, to have an experience, you know, to know more, to learn more, to get better at it. You know, the desire to be the best, but not, it doesn't have to be against others. It could be like better than I was that last time, you know, and somebody that learns from others. So I feel like this person is not afraid of falling as long as they get better for like their own goal. You know what I mean? I hope that made sense. Like it makes me think of somebody who goes to the gym or somebody that does like an individual sport, something where like maybe skiing or that was weird, or snowboarding maybe. But you can be in a race with that. Maybe it's like you're in a race, but it doesn't matter who you're racing against because the competition just makes you better for yourself, but you only ever try to beat your own record. Does that make sense? Like if this isn't you, this is a younger energy, I don't think they're a spoiled sport as long as they feel like they're growing. And they know where they grow the fastest and what they're good at and what they really want to do and where they want to expand, and they discover new things. They're sort of the one that does something different, does it their way, has something individual going on, has their own little confidence. Doesn't have, I'm hearing like somebody pretty fearless, or they conquer that fear pretty fast by doing it their way. Maybe somebody a little hard-headed who doesn't want to hear how to do it. They want to do it their way. So maybe allow a little freedom for them to explore. And maybe there has to be rules. There's certain things you have to do. But, you know, make sure this, and this is done for safety measures, no matter what. And the rest is up to you to be responsible kind of thing. For some reason, I'm seeing like a ski slope or like a race or like gymnastics or a competition, but something like a sport, you know, and it's more about doing better the next time. So before I get sidetracked, let's get another card. And that's innocence. So maybe it's a child, or maybe it's you feeling innocent, feeling young, feeling a little naive in a thing that you feel like you should just be good at already, and you really want to be good at it, but you still have to learn some of the rules, some of the structure of the situation, whether that's an environment, a relationship, a new thing you're into, you know, anything. It doesn't have to be like a race. It could be just doing something new, having a new student, pursuing something different, getting a different library, maybe just a different way of looking up knowledge than you're used to. Rather than going online, you're going to go find a book, you know, and do it a different way. Do it your way. Maybe you're going to go to a lecture because you retain something when you see it and you hear it. Maybe you need to go somewhere. I just saw like go-karts or something like that. You actually need to be in the driver's seat to know how it feels. You can't just read about it or watch a movie on it. So this is different depending on what resonates for you and what you're doing. But I feel like it's knowing, I'm getting even like, it was sort of weird, like ballet. Like you could be a natural dancer and just be one of those kids that can look at something and mimic it and pick it up and feel the rhythm and, you know, be amazing. But maybe it's still understanding like basic ballet, you know, or if you're a musician and you're naturally gifted at just picking up something, maybe it's going back and learning the classical methods again, or like learning the basics, learning your scales, learning things that you maybe didn't have to do because you were natural with, to really give you a balance between the structure and the gifts. That's sort of what I'm getting, but that could go either way. You could be somebody who is naturally gifted. I'm getting music now. We're going to go this way. I didn't even read this card. Like if you're, let's say, a musician and you're really good at reading music, like classical music, you understand how to feel it and how to interpret everything you see, almost like interpreting a language. But you never tried blues or jazz or just putting away the sheet music and seeing what comes through if you just played. So it's finding that balance, and that almost like you're going back to innocence. You're going back to feeling like you're young at something again, even though there's a, you know, it's something you feel young with, but it's not the kid you have to make practice. You want to do this. You want to get it out and do this, whatever it is. Even if it's practicing a relationship, learning about a new relationship with someone else, something else, your environment. Whatever this is, it could be your relationship with your violin or your piano or your flute. Your relationship with your art, you know? Going back to doing something different. Maybe you are really good at one artistic style, and you're going to try to do something totally different. You're going to try to do your interpretation of something that's a classical painting or sculpture instead, or do sculpting instead of painting. You know, you're still an amazing artist, but you're working with a different medium. So you're going to put your own flair, but you have to learn something. And, you know, it's like if you were doing metalwork, you want to know first, no matter how talented you are, no matter how quick you pick something up, you have to know how to use your torch and your tank and your equipment so you don't burn the place down or hurt yourself. Or, you know, you have to know the basics first. That's what I'm getting here. So make sure you don't bypass the things you should know and think that you know it all before you know it all. And make sure you get to the books. You know, follow the basic rules. Do what you have to do in the beginning. Follow the guidelines that make everything go safe and securely and work fine, and then add your flair. You know, do it right. Do it right from the beginning. Start right from the basics, from the, like, base levels, what I'm seeing. So, innocence. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud on your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. Oh, this angel is so beautiful. She's just holding a tiny little baby. Like every child, every situation is that delicate little baby you need to nurture. You need to learn. You need to take care of it. You need to handle it with delicacy in the beginning. Like delicate, gentle, loving. So this could be you nurturing something, nurturing this younger energy, understanding how to work with the specific energy or relationship you have. And you have to learn with it. You have to grow with it. As that relationship grows up and changes and has new experiences, it's going to change. It's going to develop into something else. You know, your relationship with something's going to change just as that environment or that person, that relationship's going to change with you. So I hear child's glove, like treat this kindly with like child's gloves, like a gentle hand, here a nurturing heart. This angel also has like butterfly wings and music notes, like flowing out. So maybe it's also music, vibration coming through again. You know, like a lullaby is sort of what I see. Something gentle. Maybe that's the classical music. You know, the classical style, that balance. Classical does have a balance. Any music has balance between the right and the left hemisphere. But you have to find the right music that has the right frequency to balance out whatever you're going through. Music can be helpful. Maybe music is the way through. Or if this person is having a hard time getting concentrate, maybe they're like, you know, have a short attention span or like to do a lot of things at once. And maybe you can balance that attention span with music. I just heard snacks, like food. That was weird. Maybe they need to eat like a bird, like me, like eat a little bit all the time to keep their energy up if their fire is always kind of burning, you know, so it doesn't like burn out, you know. So make sure you also drink enough water, hydrate, sleep, balance your energy. I feel like this person would benefit from exercise or dancing or movement. Maybe that's that sport thing. So maybe if this person you know, or this is you, or if you're having trouble in a new situation, maybe your answer is in running or going to work out, you know, doing something with your body, even just dancing around your house. No one has to see, just have a good time. You know, put something on you like, even if you feel like you're 16 or 7 years old again in your room by yourself, go ahead and pretend, because maybe that's how your energy will be restored, how you'll feel better. You know, sometimes we get energy that's stagnant, or we're worried about something, or we're trying to find a situation or an answer to a situation, or we're going through something with somebody or a relationship. And sometimes that energy comes out in the wrong place. Or it could be like something you're going through at home, or worried about your finances, or worried about holiday parties or anything. And then you go to work and you blow up on somebody there where that energy didn't need to come out there. It's just you were sensitive or worried about this, or you were late or whatevs, you know, and it exploded in the wrong place. So understand that that energy could come at you too. It could have just come out the wrong way at the wrong time because of the wrong thing. And maybe just you need to go on a walk, you know, just literally circulate that energy through you. Allow yourself to relax, go away, do something different, connect to nature, ground yourself, and go back to the situation and see if that restored something, if you found a balance, if an answer came through. If you just feel better by getting out for a moment, listening to some good music and going back. You know, sometimes you can just go somewhere, hear a song, and it can totally change your energy, and now you can go back, start again. You know, start fresh and young, innocent. Try to see the situation, the other person's perspective, and continue. You know, relight the fire somewhere. Relight that flame. I'm just looking at that face, and I just want to say this person looks like a little stinker. Like, the kind of person that you know, this could be you, or this is somebody in your day, or this is going to remind you somewhere down the line, you're going to meet somebody and it's going to remind you of what I'm saying here. It's that person that has that like cute little thing in their face, like you just want to squeeze them, or it doesn't always have to be a dimple. It's just a look. Sometimes it's in the cheeks, and they're just a little stinker. They like get away with stuff because they're so cute to look at. And you know that they've been like that since they were little, and it's their blessing. You know, they're here to give off that innocent look. It's like peach luck, you know, in Chinese face reading, when you have that little like extra thing here. So maybe something with peaches. But it's like that person that might do something wrong, and then you just look at them, you're like, oh, I can't even get mad at you. I can't even get mad at you. All right, let's do it another way. Come on, let's do it. Don't do it again. You're just like, you just love them all the time, even when they're a stinker. So maybe that's someone, maybe that was important for someone, or that sounds like somebody you know, or maybe that is you, and you get away with stuff because you're just kind of a stinker, but you're just sort of cute. So don't, you know, don't overdo that if you get away with stuff. You know, don't overstep your boundaries with your cuteness. You know, because sometimes people like let you get away with something, but then you think you're going to get away with it, and then you have that one time that they snap because they had a bad morning, and now you don't understand because you always got away with it. That was very specific for a few of you. So, you know, you have to not always have those young, innocent shoes on. Sometimes you have to step into your big boy, big girl pants and understand that, you know, you can't always be a stinker in a situation and get away with something. Sometimes you have to grow up a little bit. I'm not sure where that came from. I hope that was helpful. All right, I felt like that was like a little mommy energy coming through, or like big sister energy coming on out. let's get a card from, this is the Guardian Angel Tarot. Let's get one card for Wednesday the 21st. And that's, oh, Messenger. So this is another page. So we have, is that what happened yesterday? Is that what happened? Yes, I can't remember now. All my readings sometimes blend together. No, we had the page, we had the Queen of Cups. So instead of the fire energy line, we have two messages coming through today, two pages. Children, young energies. It's not just about passion and being a stinker. They're also emotional, psychic, empathetic, sweet. This is the kid. This could be the same person. This could be the same situation, that you're not just fueling the fire, but you're really feeling it. You're fueling the fire and balancing it out with like beautiful emotions, which is balance. That is balance then. So this could be a very important message coming through. This could be a situation with two different children, you and somebody else. This page could be a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer energy, or it could be a message of love. It's that little kid that goes to school because their crush is sitting next to them in math class. And that's why they got looking cute. It's not because they're learning whatever in math class. It's because they get to see their crush. You know, it's not really a big relationship yet. They're just dreaming about it. They're thinking about that experience. Maybe they had a little bit of experience, but they don't know it all yet. They think they do, maybe. They think they're ready for it, maybe, but maybe they are, maybe they're not. You'll see. You'll see and you'll grow. You'll always grow and you'll learn. So it could be a very young relationship coming through. This could be a very new beginning with something that you're doing and you're pretty excited about. I would say you're pretty into, or whoever this is pretty much into it. Or there's two people really into it. One really, really, really loves it, and one's passionate, and maybe together that fire and water energy is really gonna balance. I'm getting that fire water, almost like temperance. So it could also just be a message, you know, a message of love coming through for today, a message that you love, a message sending love, you know, something got you excited and you're just going to send that emotion through. You're going to ride that emotional wave of fire. You know, balance here. This is the beginning of a new emotional experience that could grow into something deeper. You may receive a message expressing feelings that you didn't even know were developing. A social invitation could be soon on its way to you. There's a person involved who's very gentle and loving, with only the kindest of intentions. Maybe that's that child gloves. Like somebody is really like, I feel like this is like a big step. Like somebody is shy. I feel like this person is probably a stinker, whoever this is. It could be the same thing. This stinker could get really shy in a certain situation when it comes to their heart. You know, maybe they're like the life of the party, the little like class clown. This could be you as an adult, and I'm like expressing maybe how you were as a kid. So you still have these little things about you going on, or this is someone you know, that those attributes, those beautiful things in your personality still exist, but you've probably grown up a bit in your maturity with them, hopefully. But this could be that you're too mature. It's telling you to go back into that inner child of who you were. You know, where you were when you were so excited about just seeing somebody again. You didn't even care what happened after that. You weren't getting into the hot and heavy stuff, although that may come later. It definitely could come. You're diving deep, but it starts innocent. It starts sweet. It starts not too fast. It starts with a slow experience. So that's the advice coming through. Know that you don't know everything about the other person, the other relationship, your environment yet. You're going to learn. You're going to probably go deep and learn a lot. But you have to start somewhere. So this could be starting again and looking at it with fresh eyes. Like eyes of a child, your situation all over again. You know, see where someone's coming from. A social invitation could soon be on its way. There's a person involved that's very gentle and loving, with only the kindest of intentions. It could be you especially if you're an artist, shy, or sensitive. So it doesn't mean you're always shy and you're always sensitive, but it's feeling shy and sensitive somewhere, or someone feels like this in a certain area. Maybe they're usually shy and they're going to have this feeling ride through them so passionately that it's going to actually make them move, make them ready for that adventure. Or maybe somebody went on an adventure not expecting anything, and along that adventure something came along that just opened up their heart. All these cards go different ways, but both of these are beautiful. You know, we all grow up, we're all kids, we all have experiences, we're all adults and learn something over again. Every day we learn something different over again. We expand, we change, we adapt, we grow, we have new relationships. Other relationships fall away, we change. So that's the only thing that stays consistent is the change. So we're ready to change into something to grow. So we're starting small and innocent and a little curious here. You're nervous. Maybe somebody's a little bit nervous, but you're going to balance that energy out with something, or somebody's going to come along to balance your energy out. So let's finish this reading with the Oracle of Visions by Sierra Machete and get clarity on the Page of Cups. Oh, I don't even know how this happened. I'm going to show you this because this must have flipped over from the top. It's like, look at that. So, all right, so I'll read one more before I go to the other one. The opportunity to forgive. So this situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. So, forgiving yourself for anything you did, you know, mistakes we made, forgiving others for mistakes they made, allowing a redo, a start, you know, a chance to see things a different way, to go a different way, to not go a certain way, whatever needs to come through for healing. I like the koala bears here. So let's go to the Oracles of Visions and get one more card for the 21st of December. And that's being tied up, being bound. Look at your wings. You have these gorgeous wings and they're all tangled up. So maybe the healing starts with yourself, forgiveness in yourself, releasing the things that are tangling you up that you feel like you're, you know, held down by. You know, the sword is right here. You just have to pick it up and use it. Maybe you just need some time in those tangles, you know, for yourself so you can figure something out. But it's up to you to look up and get out. Stretch your wings and fly. So it could be like a moment that was needed to see something a different way, or allow healing to come through, or allow you to go back into yourself, you know, to the relationship you have with God, the universe, your angels, your spirit guides, you know, your higher self, so you can get answers inside yourself and you're not always feeling tangled by everything going on out there. Because everything that goes on out here that gets us tangled up is there, so we figure out how to untangle it. That's our lesson at that moment. How do we untangle this? How do we fix this out? How do we get better from that? We're not here just to like go along a straight old boring line, although maybe we are. Maybe sometimes we're here to just have a nice, simple, easy life. But even in those nice, simple, easy lives, things come up and throw us for a loop, you know, sweep the rug from up, out from up and out from under us. And sometimes we get caught up in something we didn't expect. So if you're caught up in something you don't expect, can you get out? What can you do? Can you look up? What can you change? Let's see what this card means. It's 36. So it's also a 9. It's completion. She's so beautiful. These cards are really beautiful. Let's see, number 36 is entrapment, limitations, restrictions, and complications. We have more ability than willpower, and it is often an excuse to ourselves that we imagine that things are impossible. François de la Rochefoucauld. I'm going to let you see that. We are entangled by obstacles, real or imagined, that restrict our wishes and actions. Whether by ignorance, self-doubt, or paralyzing fear, we allow them to control, limit, or imprison us. If we just summon the strength of will and confront them, we might face them down and ultimately overcome them. In doing so, we are free to fly once more. This is an angel without flight. Her wings are entangled by troubles, obstacles, and fear. In her suicidal pose, red ribbons entwine her wrists like streaks of blood. But her entrapment is a consequence of her own fear. Blinded by anxiety, she is unaware that the nearby sword could be used to cut her ties and set her free to fly once more. So what ties are around you, restricting you, holding you down, making you feel pressure that you can release, that you can finally cut, that you can face and change that situation, turn around from a situation, walk towards a situation you were fearful of, and maybe it was nothing to be scared of all along. It was all in your head. You know, you put something down you didn't want to look at, you didn't want to see. Or the answer was right there all along, but you just have to change your focus. All it takes is looking up and reaching out. So that's different for all of us, and that's different for every situation. So see where you need to reach out. You know, where clarity is right in front of you. And what's just holding you down that you're not paying attention to, that you can release. What can you let go of today? What is holding you back from doing something? You know, when this message comes through, this is, I would say, something you want to do. So it's only your own fear holding you back if you don't do this. If it makes you feel good and it fuels your fire and it feels right. You know, you can't be scared of doing something that really feels like it's bringing out the love in you. Even if you're new, you know. Trust that if you're growing, you're going to mess up. That's okay. But it's having the experience in the first place, you know, having the guts to give it a go, to look up and change directions, to see something a different way. You know, to feel what it's like to fly. You know, maybe it's not where you are now. Maybe you have to go somewhere else. I hope this is helpful for you guys. I love you so much. I'll see you soon.